Time to show them what that, cut the check. Bye, bye, bye. Foreign trips. Bye, bye, bye. OG.
It's NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. We're at Little Caesars Arena tonight. Pistons taking on the Washington Wizards. Washington begins the game with the basketball. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Jackson sets him up. 4-3. That's off the side of the rim, no good. Wall with it up top. Lead is 2. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to pull off with the defender all over you. From the painted area, won't go down.
And a lot of times in this league, teams take days off. But if this defense keeps maintaining that style of pace defensively, this is going to be a dogfight.
Reggie Jackson, guarded by Morris. To Griffin. Turns and slams it down.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Wizards with the basketball. Wall to Howard. Shot from the lane won't go. To Griffin. Rises for the slam.
How about right after the dunk, he looks right over towards the bench, gets a call from the coach about what defense they're in, and then gets his team set.
And a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Jackson with it. Looking to make something happen.
Screen, I got your help.
Screen coming. Jackson to Griffin. Down to 5 on the 24. Griffin. Oh, the whistle. Jay, take your hands off of me.
A simple touch foul.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1.
Beal. It's denied.
Oh, and he can't keep it in off the block.
Man, that was impressive. Nothing going here on that drive. Wall to Porter. That ball's out of bounds off one of the Wizards. Jackson with it. He'll run the offense. To Drummond. Baseline drive. Gets to the basket, but it's no good. A drive through the paint, but his shot misses. To Stanley Johnson. Beal, and too much contact.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Substitutions, Washington.
Wall.
Here we go. Here we go.
Kennard to Drummond. Nothing going here on that drive. The big fella, Andre Drummond, missed his first. That one goes.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Has a look. Yes, when this look out, nearly automatic.
The pro game has really come down to PNRs. Let's see how the defense adjusts.
I got him. Here we go.
Wall.
Hey, shut up, shut up, shut up.
Can't connect. Defense did its job that time. Luke Kennard, guarded by Beal. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. The results, he's going to the line.
I say this a lot, and it's only because coaches harp on it all the time. Read the scouting report. Know who you can and should send to the lines. This is a case of knowing a shooter probably had a better chance of hitting a jumper than he does of hitting the free throws.
Goes 2 for 2. Wizards have it. There it is, John Wall. He's 2 for 5. Not great, but trending.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Get busy.
To Beal. That ball's out of bounds off one of the Wizards. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. To the rim, lays it up and in.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Into the front court, it's Wall. The score 10-8. Nice pass to set things up. Bradley Beal, 2 for 3 now here in the first.
Tie ball game so far. Neither one of these teams really able to pull ahead. Might be time to put the bench players in the game, and let's see who could differentiate themselves.
Wall across the timeline. 10-all is our score. Oh, he had it. Kicks it outside. Beal to Wall. Nothing going here on that drive. Beal to Wall. Drive to the basket, but the shot won't go. Knocked loose. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Luke Kennard. Footer at the buzzer. That'll do it for the first quarter. No separation so far. It's all even. These two teams all tied up at 10 apiece as the second quarter gets underway. It's Detroit's ball. Ish Smith. To Stanley Johnson. Whistle stops play, and we'll get a timeout here for Detroit as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Changes coming from both sides right now. No good. Wall to Howard. Superman, Dwight Howard. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Get the cameras out. Flash on.
That's going to make a nice poster.
Jackson with it. It's 12-10. And they call the foul. Careful there, Jay.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
Reggie Jackson against the former #1 pick with a drop step. With the basket after a nice drop step.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Wall into the front court. Right now, 12-all. Gets it in the left corner. Going to launch beyond the arc. Can't connect. Now a steal by Washington.
We're going to see a team take the lead here.
There it is, John Wall. Oh, 3 for 8. He's got to do better.
John Wall, the new modern-day athlete. He battled the knee injury last season and missed 41 contests after undergoing arthroscopic surgery on that knee, and still one of the fastest guys we have in the league today.
Pass stolen by Detroit.
When it's a tight game, those missed opportunities on the road make it tough.
To Drummond. Jackson buries it on the catch and shoot.
Great shot by the offense, but the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough 2 than a wide open 3.
Washington basketball. Pistons have it.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
And draws contact. So, it's Griffin going to the line for 2.
You never really want to foul a shooter, but if you do, ensure they're going to have a tough time converting. That's good knowledge of personnel.
Blake Griffin, couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 68%. And gets both to drop at the line. Into the front court comes Wall. 5-point game. There it is, John Wall. Now 4 for 9.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Knocked loose. Out of bounds. Last touch by the Pistons. Wall with it up top. Down 3. Pistons come away with it. Oh, he's denied.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Wall flushes it home. He climbed the ladder on that one.
Well, the question is, how big is the ladder? He's still climbing.
Jackson. It's Washington with the basketball. He's going to the free throw line to shoot.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
First try at the line, no good. Good bounce back, hits the second. It's a 1 of 2 trip. Jackson. Beyond the arc for 3. Textbook defense. Wall to Kelly Oubre. There it is, John Wall. He's 5 for 10, shooting 50%. In watching John Wall, for him to be successful, you get the sense that he needs the ball in his hands most times.
He does, Ed, and there's a new age in the NBA. It's called team basketball. You equate a guard's success to how his team does. And when they're all sharing the sugar, it makes the team that much better and more efficient. For a guard who's trying to break into the elite of the elite, he will not do so until he relinquishes some of that control and he gets other players involved.
Screen.
Oh, they called the foul, Jay. That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
First foul in the last 2 minutes.
And that blocked by Griffin. Knocked loose. Picked up by the Wizards.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
To Wall. That ball's out of bounds off one of the Wizards. Galloway sizing up Beal. Cleans it up. Offensive board. Oh, look out. Blake Griffin. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
The possession in favor of Detroit. Jackson. Oh, had him going there for a second. To Drummond. Knocked loose. Drummond. And look out.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
The assist from number 1.
Into the front court, it's Wall. His guys can hold for the final shot. Knocked loose. Pistons have it. So we head to intermission, all tied up in what's been a tight one from the start. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports halftime report. All even to the first half of play as we get rolling once again here in the third quarter. Pistons have it.
Oh, denied! As my old teammate RJ would say, stay down, clown.
Wall across the timeline. Tie game, third quarter. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Free throw's good. A three-point play. And with that, they go up by 3. To Griffin. To Jackson. Johnson over to the right side. Has a chance. Wide open look. Won't go.
You see, Ed, this is where coaches get fired. It's great to have good offensive sets, but if you can't execute, then the play was a failure.
Otto Porter. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Fires the 3. They left Blake Griffin wide open, and he buries the 3.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
To Beal. Wall. Porter. Rebounds claimed by Detroit. To Griffin. From the painted area, won't go down. To Beal. From long range. Not done yet. And a putback slam.
14-year NBA veteran Dwight Howard didn't become the player we all hoped he would become, but still a very serviceable big in this league. Actually, 5th in the NBA in terms of offensive rebounding last year.
Knocked loose. Wizards come up with it.
Here's your chance to break this thing wide open.
Wizards at the controls. Wall. To Porter. Wall. Lets it fly from long range. It's good.
Yeah, and what we're seeing is a brilliant offensive display. You have ball movement, player movement, and great shooting to top it off. You get those 3 things going, you're going to be a dynamic offensive unit.
Reggie Jackson matched up with Towers. Throws it down off the alley-oop pass. Jay, that's a strong connection.
And it's always about the play before the play. Look how the eyesight was able to connect between 2 players. We call that an eyesight contract, because when you have a contract that's signed, sealed, and then delivered like that, that's how great plays are made.
Oh, he had him there for a second. Beal. And now he's going to shoot a few more as he's fouled going up for it.
The game is too tight for you to be taking risks like that. You want to avoid foul trouble at all costs.
And he connects on the first free throw. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Wall. No good. Oh, it looked like he may have gotten him there. Oh, you could sense that coming.
There is a premium market for players who have hand-eye coordination.
Shot from the lane won't go. To Wall. Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul. What do you see in John Wall's game, Jay, that sets him apart?
That he could probably finish with his left hand better than he could finish with his right. I remember watching him in high school. He was jumping off his right foot and dunking the ball lefty as if it was that easy. He can do it with both hands, which makes him way more efficient around the rim.
Wizards with the basketball. Off the penetration, almost, but no good. Jackson with it. His guys now down by a point. Steps out and hits.
And I don't know why the defense continues to help on guys that drive. Make them take shots over your bigs. By you helping more, you're just leaving three-point shooters open on the perimeter.
Gets it to go, and the foul.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
And the free throw is good. 3 points on that trip. Jackson with it. His guys now trailing by a point. That pass stolen by the Wizards.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Wall. Goes to the right side. Can't connect.
After a miss like that, you at least have to rub your hands on your shorts. At least make it seem like the ball slipped.
Finish that. And a whistle.
His timing was a tad bit off.
John Wall at the line for 2 shots, shooting 66% in this contest. Knocks down the first. And he makes them both. Reggie Jackson against the former Hoya. 3 quarters down, and Wizards have the lead. The Wizards in control of the basketball as we start the fourth. And you have to figure they like this spot they're in, entering the quarter with the lead on the road.
Yeah, but Ed, I disagree. As a player, I'm not really worried about how big the lead is right now. I'm worried about what kind of energy we're going to enter the fourth quarter with, more important.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Jackson with it. His guys trail now by 4. To Griffin. Goes to the left side. To Griffin. It's a big finish.
Every time I hear Blake's name, I think about what could have been. Yeah, Blake, I miss Lob City too.
Wizards have it. Wall to Porter. Here's a chance from long range, and Otto Porter so smooth. Catch and shoot, buries the 3.
Just because someone is listening to you doesn't mean that they actually hear you. At the end of the game, when players get tired, they listen to what the assignment was, but they didn't hear what it was.
Wall in the front court. up by 3. A drive down the lane, but the shot won't go down. Johnson. To Reggie Jackson. Here comes the screen. Jackson. Can't connect from inside. Into the front court comes Wall. Leads 3. Stanley Johnson, strong finish.
And if you're on defense on that last possession, no need to look over to the coach's bench, hold up your arms, wonder what did you do. Everybody got back, everybody communicated, everybody pointed. It was just better offense than there was defense.
Pistons ball here.
That's me. I got ball.
Jackson to Drummond. Off the assist.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in the defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Screen coming. Beal to Porter. Ah, you've got to get that one to go. Johnson to Griffin. Now preparing to shoot at the line.
All right, that was a little bit of a gamble there, but not a terrible move sending him to the free throw line.
Blake Griffin has got 2 shots coming. He's perfect from the line so far. First one, count it. Two for 2 on that trip. Washington basketball. Wall. To Porter. Oh, had him going there for a second. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive.
Watch that cut.
Almost, and he's not getting the call. And the finish at the rim.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
Wall with it up top. His guys down 3. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
This is not the time to have a mental lapse.
Jackson with it. Looking to make something happen and draws contact. Andre Drummond going to the line to shoot 2.
Yes, I love this move. Send him to the line. Chances are probably good he doesn't make both. And you also stop the clock while getting another possession.
First one goes down. Second one off the mark. He goes 1 for 2. Into the front court. It's Wall. His guys find themselves trailing by a bucket. For 3, buries it on the catch and shoot.
They absolutely needed that. Great job by the offense to be poised and create a shot to pull ahead.
Right now, the Pistons have the basketball. Reggie Jackson up against John Wall. Pass to the rim. Now a steal by Washington.
Turnovers like that at this point of the game are daggers. You can't afford to have empty possessions in the final 2 minutes.
Drummond to Griffin. Jackson to Griffin. Oh, he had him there for a second. Beal to Wall. My goodness, did you see that, Jay?
That's nasty. Just disrespectful.
Jackson with it. Down by 1. Griffin, deep left corner. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Man, that was a tough shot.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk.
Look at that, calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
Jackson, there it is, number 6. He's finished. Seat on the bench for the rest of this one.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
Get that man out of here, Critney. Get Jay Wall out of here, baby.
First free throw.
Go take a Gatorade, man. Call it a night, baby. You know what I'm saying? Call it a night, baby. You did all right, man. Call it a night, man. You know what I'm saying?
Able to convert on both free throws. Whistle stops play.
Hey, it's a good-ass game, man.
They trail by 2. And the question, do they look for the tie in overtime? Or do they go for it all with a 3? Beal to Rivers. Beal to Rivers.
Oh, let's go.
Wide open look. That
Oh, my
pass
goodness.
stolen by the Wizards. Trying to cash in.
Oh, my goodness, bruh.
The best players making baskets.
What the
Now
fuck?
the Pistons going to use a timeout as they dig into their
This
bag of
shit
tricks
crazy.
to draw up the game winner. Blake Griffin against Markieff Morris. 20-footer for the win.
Bad
The quarter
shot,
comes to
bruh.
an end. Scoreboard says it's all even.
Ooh, this shit crazy.
And the extra period begins. Superman, Dwight Howard, looking good, 4 for 5.
There's some players out there that like the freedom of space, and then we have the anomalies. We have the players who feel comfortable being uncomfortable. And almost the physicality of the game centers them and puts them right on balance every time.
Nothing going here on that drive. Griffin to Stanley Johnson. And the 2. The finish at
Fundamentals,
the rim for
baby. It's
Drummond.
like butter.
You know, Ed, as a player, when I was younger, there were certain guys that you just never went around on the court. You know, the ones that just threw those random elbows, smothered you with their physicality on the block. That's Andre Drummond, the guy who leads the league in rebounding.
Has a look.
Good shot. That was a good shot, bro.
Deep 2 there, won't go. It's Detroit's ball to Jackson. Oh, a whistle.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
Reggie Jackson picked up by Rivers.
What?
To Howard. Knocked loose. Porter. Has a chance. Rivers shot there, won't go. And the defender over pursues, and he's called for it.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Jackson. That's going to get out of bounds. Last touch by Beal. Pistons retain possession. Jackson to Griffin. Drummond.
Wrong person, stupid boy.
Shot clock to 4 for the Pistons. To Griffin.
Let's go, Blake.
Fine for the basket. Jay simply put Blake Griffin's ceiling.
Let's
I
go,
think there's
Blake.
a chance that Blake Griffin will be better, but it will be way more difficult when you don't
Critney, I
have
seen
an
that,
elite,
man. I
elite
seen
point
that, man.
guard who can pass the
seen
ball
that, man.
and put it for you on a platter each and every possession.
The possession in favor of
You leaving Big Dog down there wide open.
Throws it down.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Rivers to bring it into the front court. Trailing by 4. To Porter.
He don't know what to do with that. He ain't got Papa Bear out there coaching him. He ain't got Docky out there coaching him. He don't know what to do with that.
He'll run the offense. Slams it down.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Ooh-wee.
Bradley Beal. Now 4 for 9.
Bradley
Damn.
Beal, a first-time All-Star
Game
last
ain't
year,
over, man.
averaging just under 23 points per game. Glad to know everybody eats.
Blake Griffin, defended by Markieff Morris. Leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Rivers into the front court. Down 6. Beal, that's off the
Miss.
side of the rim. Short. That ball's out of
Shit.
bounds off one of the Wizards.
Miss. That was a good shot, but good miss.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Pistons have it. Jackson to Stanley Johnson. Over to the right side. That one's going to be out of bounds.
Come on, Color.
Fires the 3. He buries it.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Jackson to Drummond. Tough.
Let's go.
Through traffic.
No excuse to not be a little bit more physical there on the defensive end. Needed that stop.
Beal. Offensive rebound. Howard to Beal. Shot clock winding down. Here comes the screen.
Throw your hands in the
New
air.
blood coming in for both sides. Pistons ball here. Send it away.
Did you see how far he got up? He kept going up and up and up. I think he's still going up.
Kelly Oubre with the finish at the rim.
It's
Shit,
that
boy.
easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Stanley Johnson defended by the lefty Oubre. Knocked loose. Oubre. Curling inside. Gets it in the left corner. Porter to Howard.
Oh,
He
no!
just blocked that shot out of
No,
bounds.
no!
Ball back.
No!
Porter.
Let's go,
In
Critney.
the lane won't go. To Griffin. To Reggie Jackson. From the painted area.
Come on,
won't go
Reggie.
down.
And one of the most
Gotta make that,
underrated things
Reggie.
in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
I shouldn't even push unpaused, you boy. Ooh, you lucky
They're going to take
nigga.
the timeout. They're going to have to draw something up for an open look at a 3.
This shit intense, bro. I feel like
Substitution being
I'm
made
down
in
there
this one.
playing. Oh, that's steal. You better intentional foul, man. You better intentional
Whistle
foul.
blown. In the eyes of the ref, intentional. The Pistons are the winners. They had to go to overtime, but they come out with the 3-point victory. For Jay Williams and all our crew,
Shit, man.
I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation
Aight, man.
of the
KD
NBA
Phenom,
on
baby.
EA Sport.